And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, and in breaking of bread, and in prayer. And fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done by the apostles. And all that believed were together. Let me read that part again. And all that believed were together. And all that believed were together, and had all things common, and sold their possessions and goods, and parted them to all men as every man had need. And they continued daily. Whoa. And they continued daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, did eat their meat with gladness and singleness of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord did what? Adding to the church daily as such as should be saved. I want to talk to you about the discipline of fellowship. The discipline of fellowship. Now, during this time in the book of Acts, we know that the church was being birthed. It is the birth of the early church. Now, one thing you need to understand about this early church was the Jewish synagogue and the Jewish way of life was all that they knew. But in order to become born again, in order to become a Christian, they had to be expelled out of the Judaism religion, and they had to be birthed into the Christian religion. Now, you have to understand how deep this is for them, because the Judaic system was all they knew. In order to be a Jew, everything, every aspect of life ran through the temple or ran through the church. If you were a Jew, you bought and sold goods in the marketplace, in the temple. If you were a Jew, you were baptized, you were consecrated, you did everything religious ran through the temple. Amen. But if you were to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, they would excommunicate you out the temple, and you would have to go yonder to find something to do. See, we don't know nothing about that in the church age, because folk don't kick you out the church like they used to. Amen. You can come to church, raise all kind of hell, do whatever you want to do, we still let you in. Not in the Jewish system. In the Jewish system, once you disobeyed the Jewish laws and customs, and you decided you were going to be saved, born, filled with the system of Christianity, they kicked you out the system, meaning you couldn't work. You couldn't provide for your family. You couldn't go to church. So you were outcast as a citizen of Judaism. They didn't know who you were anymore. They didn't want nothing to do with you anymore, because they said you were a Christian. You were of that way. And so you see these Christians coming up out of this system, a system which is all they know, and they're trying to figure out a way how to worship God without getting in trouble with the Jews. And we know everywhere Christians assembled, those Jews were right there. They would go out into the wilderness and watch the baptisms. Why? Because they were taking names. And if you got baptized and you got saved, they wrote your name down, and you were not able to go into the synagogue. Imagine you sitting in somebody's house, and it's church time. The church bell ringing. You see cousin and big mama and grandma and them. They go into church like they always do, and this is all you know, but you can't go because you've accepted Jesus as your personal Savior. So what did the early church do? They started fellowshipping among themselves. They started having church among themselves. And they didn't have church just on Wednesday and on Sunday. But they had church every day. They lived together. They hung out together. They worshiped together. Why? Because all they had was each other. Back when we was Negroes, when we were coming out of Jim Crow, when they used to make us worship behind the church while they were having church. When we were struggling, we knew how to fellowship. When we were Negroes, when we didn't have anything, when we would get working from sun up in the morning to sundown at night, to can't see in the morning, to can't see at night. When you had a little bit, I had a little bit, but if we put our little bit together, we could feed everybody. We knew how to do that when we was Negroes. But now that we've become black folk, and we got us some foundation now. And we got our own houses and our own money. And we got women's live and we got men being macho. Now all of a sudden the church don't mean nothing anymore. Now that you got a few nickels you can rub together, it don't mean so much to come to church no more. Now you got a new car. You're looking good. You're bad and bougie now. Now you can't come to church no more because you too good for the church folk. Too good for the foundation that made you who you are. Too good for you to come sit next to grandma, spend some time with grandma and big mama and them on Sunday so you can learn who you are and whose you are so you won't be out here acting a fool. Oh, yeah, I got you in here. And so we got to get back to the mandate. Back to coming to church just because that's what we do. Not because you like the pastor so much. Not because the choir is so good. Not because the church is doing everything you think they ought to do. You ought to come to church just because that's what you ought to be doing. You don't need nothing more than to look back over your life and see where your grandma brought you from with the help of God. See where your single mama, when your crazy baby daddy can't be found, it was grandma and them who was praying for you. It was auntie and them who was helping you. Now that you got a little something, you ought to come back and say thank you to God. Even if you don't want to, you ought to come. Why? Because you was raised like that. Look at what it says in the 42nd verse. It says, and they. Meaning that this is a corporate thing. This is a family discussion. This is a family thing. And listen, when you in the family, I don't care what you've done wrong. I don't care who you've done it to. I don't care how far out there you are right now or where you've been. You can always come back home. All of us have done wrong in our life. All of us have played the harlot and played the fool before, and God let us come right on back home. Don't you let the devil fool you into thinking that you've done something so wrong or so bad that the people of God won't accept you back. We just love like that. You can beat us up and do us wrong because we know God got our back. But you ought to know no matter where you are in life, whatever you find yourself doing in life, you can always turn around and go the right way. You don't got to keep out there the way you're keeping on. It says, and they continue steadfastly, what? In the apostles' doctrine. Well, what was the apostles preaching? The apostles wasn't preaching nothing but what Jesus taught them to preach. They were teaching the same thing that Jesus came on earth and taught them. How to love their fellow man. How to give unto them who don't have. How to act like you got some sense when you're out in public. It was the same apostles teaching that your mama been trying to teach you. That grandma been trying to teach you. That somebody taught them. Because principles don't change. It's either right or it's wrong. Ain't no gray middle area. You either doing right or you're doing wrong. You either love God or you don't love God. You either going to heaven or you're going to H-E-double hockey sticks. And you can play with this as much as you think you need to play with it. But let me let you know something that you ought to see with this hurricane. You don't know the time. And you don't know the day when your number gonna be pulled. And just because you young don't mean that God can't pull your number. Just because you old don't mean that God can't pull your number. Just because you good don't mean God can't pull your number. Just because you think you bad don't mean God can pull your number. But at any time, God can say, time up. And when he says time up, what are you gonna do with Jesus? What have you come to your mind? Have you decided to believe in the doctrine that we believe in? What have you discovered out there that's better than what we got in here? You've been gone, you've been doing your own thing. What have you discovered that's making you better than the Word of God? And if you've discovered it, why you ain't shared it with us yet? It says they continue. They continue. That means they got tired, but they kept doing it. That means they got weary, but they kept doing it. That means they ain't feel like it sometimes, but they kept doing it. That means they ain't had something to wear sometimes, but they came anyway. That means they were hungry and broke sometimes, but they came anyway. Why? Because they continue to do it over and over and over and over again. And if you're going to be successful successful at anything in life, you better have some stick-to-itness about whatever you do. If you're going to be a good football player, you can't go to practice when you want to. You can't decide I'm going to show up on game day. You can't wear whatever uniform you want to wear. If you're going to be on the team, you got to play by the team's rules. And how many people do we know say they love God but got on the devil's jersey? And then get mad when folk confuse you with lost folk. I didn't know you were saved. Matter of fact, I didn't know you ever went to church. It said they continue in the doctrine and the fellowship. Teaching is one thing. Fellowship is quite another. See, teaching is I'm going to come hear the word, I'm going to go on home. Fellowship is I'm going to hear the word and I'm going to hang out. I'm going to come to church just because the church open. It ain't got to be service. They have Bible study. I'm going to show up. May not stay, but I'm going to go. We having service this afternoon. I know the Cowboys playing. Let me prophesy for you. They going to lose. You might as well come on back. Fellowship. And you know one of the hindrances to fellowship? One of the hindrances of fellowship, and whatever you fellowship, and not just in the church, just period, is that you're too self-centered to fellowship. See, we live in this me decade. Meaning that if it ain't all about you, you don't want nothing to do with it. If it can't benefit you in some way, you don't want nothing to do with it. If you ain't on scene and shining in some way, you don't want nothing to do with it. If it ain't about you and your family, you gonna hate on the other family, all because it ain't about you. Self-discipline comes when you're able to deny yourself even though you don't get what you want to get. Why can't you put yourself to the side in order to make somebody else happy? You do it when you want something. You praise folk when you're trying to get something out of them. Mama, you sure look good in that dress. Can I borrow $20? Oh, you know what, you sure is shining today. Can you drop me off at HEB? When you want something, you can put yourself to the side. So what I'm asking you is that when it comes to God, who gives you breath, it was God who make you look as good as you look. It wasn't that makeup you put on. It wasn't that fade you got at the barber shop. It wasn't them clothes you got on. You know why folk like you? Because of the God that's in you. And you take the God part of you out of you and folk won't be able to stand you. So if that be the case, and fellowship plays that big of a part in it, then you ought to come hang out with folk that's like you. You're doing nothing unique. There's nothing about you that's different. Nothing about what you going through ain't nobody else been through. You ain't finna invent nothing that God ain't seen before. You ain't dabbled in stuff that ain't nobody dabbled in before. You ain't smoked nothing ain't nobody smoked before. You ain't drank nothing ain't nobody drank before. And if they can get through it and they can make it through it, so can you. Your mama ain't telling you not to get drunk because she ain't never drunk. She telling you not to get drunk because she know what it feels like to get drunk. She just don't drink with you. She trying to save you the heartache that she went through. They trying to save you the headache that they went through. And I'm not just talking to young folk. There's some grown folk that need to listen to their It's some grown folk that's still stumbling and bumbling over themselves and been in the church 40, 50 years. But guess what? God still take care of them. God still patient with them. God still deal with them. Why? Because once you belong to God, once you in the family of God, you always in the family of God. And there ain't nothing you can do that's going to make God disrespect or disregard you. Get yourself together and come on home. It's called doctrine and fellowship. And watch this. It's a apostrophe there. So that means it's something else. So fellowship and in what? Breaking of bread. And in prayers. Breaking the bread has got to do with eating, right? We break bread together. We eat together. But let me thug it out for you. It also means sharing some of your bread you got. I ain't talking about your bread, Wonder Bread. I'm talking about a little bit of that money you got. You ought to give some back to the church. You tired of your church being raggedy and why don't you give up some of your offering money? Why don't you pay your tithes like you're supposed to pay? You want a better environment? Then you ought to contribute to the environment that you're taking from. Lord have mercy. I know. I knew it. All the preachers want is money. I don't want your money. I got my own money. And where did I get it from? God. So when God gives it to me, I give it back to him, and I don't break the circle, so the money keep coming through. The reason why you ain't got no money is because God gave it to you. You spent it all on willingly. Yeah, you bought the bottle, you bought the weed, you spent all your money, didn't pay your light bill. Now you begging grandma to pay your bills. Oh, Lord have mercy. Self-centeredness. Breaking the bread and in prayer. Even if you don't come to church, you ought to be praying. Now listen, I'm not telling you you're going to go to hell if you don't come to church. That ain't what I preach. I'm telling you ought to come to church so that you can stop raising hell. Church ain't going to keep you out of hell. Only being born again, only being saved by the blood of Jesus is going to keep you out of hell. So I don't want you to think that. But I'm telling you, you ought to come here so you can get strengthened. You ought to come here to calm all that noise down that goes on around you every week so that you can hear a word from God, so that you can get direction from God, so that you'll quit guessing on which way you want to go and you'll know where God's trying to send you. Ain't you tired of bumbling and stumbling? You done had 4 jobs this year, 5 jobs this year. Maybe you need to find your purpose and quit trying to flip burgers and find out what God wants you to flip. Good Lord Almighty. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you this is where we live. You wondering why your life ain't going right, where you ought to look at your life and say the only thing that's missing is my relationship with God. I got a job. I'm trying to do the right thing. Well, how's your relationship with God going? Do you talk to God? Do you hang out with God? Are you studying about God? Are you trying to become a better person? See, everybody say they're a Christian till it's time to do what Christians do. See, everybody wants to say praise the Lord when everything's going good. But what about when things ain't going good? What about when things just ease? What you going to do then? When things get hot, you want to run to God. What about when things good, can't nobody find you? When you were riding the bus, you were right here. Now you got a car, we can't find you, your mama, grandma, sister, none of y'all. You got to have some discipline. And fellowship that will give you discipline. Because the discipline of fellowship will teach you that I ought to be where the saints are, ought to be where I'm supposed to be when I say I'm going to be there. You would do it for your job. You would do it for your woman. You would do it for your man. You would do it for somebody else's woman. Somebody else's man. So why don't you do it for God? And he ain't even asking you to stay here all day. He's just asking you to come in and check us out a little bit. And if it don't work for you, then you can have double your misery back. The discipline of fellowship. And watch what happens. 43, and I'll be done. It says, and fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done by the apostles. Fear came upon every soul. I said this in Sunday school as I get ready to slide into home plate. It's a healthy thing to have some fear of God. See, the problem with this word, the problem with most disobedient people is they ain't scared of God no more. See, it used to be a time when folk would tremble at the name of God. Used to be a time when folk act like they had some sense when they walked past the church. Used to be a time when folk would respect the pastor and respect the church folk. Not no more. Folk fire up a cigarette right in the lot. Folk cuss you out right in the sanctuary. Folk get on your nerve right in the parking lot. Why? Because there's no fear of God no more. And then when God get to sticking out his calling card and get to shaking and rattling and tearing your stuff up, now all of a sudden you're, oh Lord, what did I do? Well, God says, I'm still God. And anytime I want to, I'll put the fear of God in your soul. Because only God can take your body, take your soul, wrap them both up, throw them in hell, pick hell up and throw hell in the lake of fire. And it's a finality to not having Jesus as your Savior. Because the finality is you only get one shot at this. You ain't going to get up in heaven and shake and fake God and get up there and say, oh, I was just kidding, God. You know I really accepted you. No, I don't think so. It's like the commercial I seen on TV, one of my favorite commercials. They standing in line. They on their way into heaven. It's one lady standing in front, the other lady standing, the little man standing behind him, the guy in line. He complaining. He hot. This line ain't moving. I've been standing here all day. This line, when is this line gonna move? And the floor opened up. He fell in. The The lady behind him say, it's moving now. All I'm saying to you, church, is don't wait until it gets too late to serve God. Don't wait until you're all wore out. Ain't got nothing left to give God. You done drank up your body, smoked up your body, done slept up your body. Now you want to just give God any old raggedy old kind of thing. And yeah, he will accept it. But why don't you give God your good time, your good strength, your good mind? Why don't you give God all of your focus and let God turn you into what he wants you to be? Yeah. Watch this. If God turn you into what he wants you to be, can't nobody take it from you. See, you sign a record deal and they can turn you into what they want you to be, but the minute you don't do what they tell you to do, they gonna take the record deal away. You might want to be a model, yeah, you might be all dialed up, but then the minute you don't do what they tell you to do, they gonna snatch it all away. The minute you don't join the Illuminati and all that old kind of crazy stuff, they gonna snatch it away from you. Because that's what the devil does. The devil tricks you and he pushes you over to the mountain, and right when you get ready to fall over that mountain and you like, you gonna help me, he kick you over the mountain and then tell everybody you jumped. But God will work with you even when you don't want to work with him. God will work with you when you're at your worst. God will work with you when you don't know which way to go. When friends done left you, jobs done forsake you, parents done turned their back on you. God said you can always come home. And it's a sad church that won't let you come home. It's a sad family that won't let you come home. My daddy always told me you can always get a restart. You got one time, come on back. Now that don't mean you can stay, but you can come home and get a restart. And God keeps giving you a chance after chance after chance after chance. I mean, just think about it. How did you get here? How did you get where you are? How do you have the information that you have? How do you have the strength that you have? How do you have the ability that you have? How can you reason with your mind and your functions? The only way that you can do that is that God is still dealing with you. You see folks standing on the corner with signs talking about we'll work for food. Man, you should be working for anything if you broke. People crazy, talking to themselves, walking around. What's the difference between them and you? The difference is that God still wants you. That God still wants to fellowship with you. That God still wants to teach you. All I'm saying is don't wait until it's over with, till you are worn out, used up, and now here I am, Lord, take me all for who I am. And you coughing and broke all down now. Give God your good strength, your good pleasure, your good measure. And God said if you do that, he'll press it down. He'll run it together. He'll shake it. And you'll have stuff overflowing. And if God gives it to you in abundance, then you'll be able to help somebody instead of begging all the time. Fellowship. It's a discipline to fellowship. Anniversary today. You ought to be reflecting on where you come from, where you are, and where you're going. And with God's help, the church will be right there to help you. But you got to give us something to help you with. And not only for us to help you, but y'all to come so we can help each other. We don't got it all. You may have something special that you just can't give up. But God want to use you. And not just you, but he want to use you and you and you and you. That's why he keeps waking you up every morning. That's why he keeps starting you on your way. That's why he keeps looking over your faults. That's why he keeps making a way out of no way. That's why that old car keeps starting up every day. That's why that cranky husband of yours still right there laying next to you. That's why that cranky woman still laying there next to you. Why? Because God got a plan for you. And he's going to use everybody around you to get it done. Now here's my challenge as I take my seat. You can either go kicking and screaming, or you can line up with God and let God carry you. And I'm telling you, it's easier for you that if you go and let him carry you instead of kicking, screaming. Doors of the church is open. You can come back, candidate for water baptism.